The nation, who patiently abided by Prime Minister Modi when he announced the lockdown, is now in pain and regret. The lockdown has not only failed in containing the spread of the virus, but it has pushed the growth of the country beyond recovery. After 70 days of harsh lockdown, the positive cases of coronavirus have not only crossed over 2 lakhs, but India notices the shocking spiral in single-day cases. India noticed the highest single-day spike of over 9,000 cases on Wednesday. During lockdown too, the number of cases spiked sharply. The lockdown failed its purpose of controlling the disease. It created unmanageable problems for the country instead. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has been asking the government to prepare a new strategy after the lockdown has failed, but the government is busy playing politics and lauding its failed working. Rahul Gandhi has not only raised the issues ignored and mismanaged by the government in the virus battle, but he has also made continuous suggestions to handle the pandemic and the socio-economic chaos generated after the lockdown. After his interactions with former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan, economist Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya and health expert Dr. Ashish Jha, he also interacted with Rajiv Bajaj MD Bajaj Group to gain insight in order to overcome the economic downturn caused due to the lockdown. Business tycoon Rajiv Bajaj called the lockdown draconian. He also said that by lockdown we have flattened the wrong curve, not the infection curve, but the GDP curve. Prime Minister could not keep his promise of defeating the coronavirus in 21 days of lockdown. Instead, millions of migrants became jobless, homeless and hopeless due to the lockdown. The decision makers of the lockdown did not think about the migrant laborers and the aftermath of the lockdown. Economy has been struggling for last few years under the leadership of BJP. Even before the pandemic arrived, the economy was decelerating and the GDP growth came down to 3.1 in January to March 2020 quarter, which is lowest in decades. The unemployment rate reached highest in 45 years and this was before the lockdown. The scenario post-lockdown is scary and more than 12 million people including 9 million migrants have already lost work. The pandemic is rising each day. Lockdown has marred the economy, people have lost work and have been pushed into poverty for decades to come. The inconsistent policies of the government have harmed the nation on all possible fronts. Moody's downgraded rating for India for the pre-lockdown economic growth is the recent most testimony of the failed governance. Failed, draconian and useless lockdown has not only flattened the wrong curve, but it's the wrong path chosen by the government of India. The path that is taking us to pain, poverty and larger pandemic.